Hi, welcome to Brainmasters teaching videos. Okay, today I will be doing on differentiation for product rule. So I have 4 examples here today where I will differentiate them with respect to x. Okay, so for the very first one, let's look at how product rule actually works over here. So for differentiation, usually there's 2 brackets. So the first one usually I'll label this as 1. And for product rule, it's quite clear cut because they have to be the first bracket multiplied to the second one. If you look at all the 4 examples, you actually tend to see that they are multiplying. Okay, so for this basic rule, let's look at our dy dx general equation. Okay, so what I will do is I'll differentiate the first one, multiply to the second one that is not differentiated, plus to the differentiate of the second one, multiply to the first one. So there's a pattern to this. Okay, so do remember this way. Then I will show you how we can use the differentiation for product rule on the 4 solution. So here we have for our very first question, y equals to 2x squared plus 5x bracket multiply to 6x cubed minus 5x squared. So over here, this will be our very first equation, and this is the second one. Alright, I'll label this as the first and the second. So for our dy dx, okay, we will have differentiate the first, which is 2x squared plus 5x. If you differentiate this, okay, put it in the first bracket, so it will be 4x plus 5. Multiply to the second bracket. All we do is just need to copy down. There's nothing for us to do. Okay, plus differentiate the second. So if you have problem differentiating chain rule, do visit our chain rule videos, okay, and to learn how to do differentiation on chain rule. So this will actually help you to do your differentiation for individual bracket. Okay, so we have our differentiate the first, multiply to the second, plus differentiate the second, multiply to the first. And next, all you need to do is just do some little simplifying if you need to. Okay, so let's look at this one over here. Okay, do we need to do expansion? Okay, it actually depends on the question, because sometimes if you were to do expansion, it might not help. So in this case, I will do expansion because they are all quite easy to explain. So after that, I will do simplifying. So we will first have the first one here, multiply 24x power 4 second minus 20x cubed plus 30x cubed minus 25x squared. Okay, so for the second bracket here, we have 36x power 4 plus 70, 5, and so 80x cubed minus 20x cubed, and the last one is negative 50x squared. Alright, so let's just simplify this and we will have the answer. Okay, so I will have the x squared and x squared. That will give me 60x power 4. Okay, negative 20 plus 30 will be 10, plus 90 will give me 100, and minus 20, that will give me positive 80x cubed. And for my x squared, I have negative 75x squared. So this will be my answer, or in other words, you can actually factorize out. Okay, from all the common numbers, because the 60, 80, and 75, they are all 5 times table, so you can actually factorize them out, and along with your x squared if you want to. If not, you can leave this as your answer. Okay, like I always say, if an equation, for all the math, there's always 2 ways of doing work. Okay, so this in blue has been shown to you. There's a first way. But what if you want to do it the other way? Yes, there is another way. So let me show you. For the first one, the first one is to use the product rule method. The second one is to use chain rule. But how? So first we can do an expansion. So if I were to expand this to this, I have a 12 x power 5 minus 10x power 4 plus 30x power 4 and minus 25x cubed. So this will be the equation, and we are down to doing our differentiation using chain rule. Okay, like I said, if you have problem with chain rule, you can go search on our first video before this is a differentiation on chain rule. That will help you in understanding of how to do the differentiation. So I have the answer working down here. Okay, so my differentiation using here is that my 12x power 5 differentiate will give me 60x power 4. Okay, my negative 10x power 4 plus 30x power 4 will actually here will have a solution of positive 20x power 4. So the power bring down power minus 1, that will give me positive 80x cubed. And the last one is negative 75x squared. So this will be the solution. So if you can see, comparing both of them, okay, for the one in blue and the one in red, you actually start by, for the one in red, you actually start by expanding and then you do chain rule. But for the second one in blue, okay, you can actually do your product rule and then you start doing your simplifying. But you can see both the answer turns out to be the same. Okay, so try out again and see which is more comfortable for you. Now let's pause the video and you can try the question B and see what you will get for your answer. Okay, I believe you have done and you have tried. Let's see what's the answer. So for this, you have the equation and I will be doing the product rule. So this will be my first one. This will be my second one. So my dy over dx, okay, for the first one, differentiate the first one will be negative 3x power minus 2 plus 12x power minus 4, bracket it up, multiply to the second one. So just copy it down, plus differentiate the second one. There will be 4x plus 3 multiply to the first one. So all we just do is just to copy that down. Okay, looking at this, there's probably a simple thing that we can simplify. If not, we can actually leave it out, okay, for the equation. So in this case, I don't think expanding is that easy. But looking at the other ways, we can't factorize them out, so we will need to do an expansion. So let's do an expansion for the equation on the first one. So we have negative 6x power 0, okay, minus 9x power negative 1 plus 24x power minus 2 plus 36x power negative 3, okay, plus 12x power 0 negative 16x power negative 2, 9x negative 1, and the last one is negative 12x power minus 3. So just do a simplifying. Okay, I have a number, okay, power 0. So for the power 0 will be 12 minus 6. For power negative 1 is 0 because they actually cancel them out. Okay, which is these two. Okay, then my power negative 2, 24 minus 16, positive 8x power negative 2, and last but not least, my x power negative 3. That will be plus 24 x power negative 3. Okay, so this will be my final answer. Like I said, if you want to leave your answer in this way, if they ask for a positive index, yes, you can change it using your indices knowledge. Okay, if you have problem with the indices, do look up our video again. Yep, that will help you with your changing of the equation, okay, to positive index. So this will be the answer. Okay, so either way of it depends on what your question want. Okay, this will help you to further answer the question whichever is more convenient for you. Now let's take a look at question C. Now we have a problem is that our bracket here actually has a power 3 that is outside. So not to worry, we are still doing the same product rule, but for your power tree, you just need to do what we did in our chain rule, which is the power bring down, power minus 1, multiply to the differentiate of the inside. Okay, let me show you how. So same thing, this will be my first one, and this will be the second one. So another way I would like to show you is what I also tell the other students of mine to do is that you can actually do by showing what's your D1 first. That would help you. Okay, which is if you differentiate the first one, you will just get 9. Alright, and then you write your D2. Because using the formula, it will be clearer for you, especially when it comes to this kind of question, that when the power need to bring down and then you need to multiply to the next bracket, it tends to be a bit more confusing. So doing this will actually help you. Alright, so power bring down, you have your power minus 1, so everything inside you copy first, and the power 3 minus 1 will give you 2, multiplying to the differential of inside, not to forget that. So I'll have 2x plus 3x power minus 2. Okay, so now I'm ready for my dy dx. Okay, as I said previously earlier, that the dy dx is differentiate the first, which is by 9, multiply to the second, which is x squared minus 3x minus 1, whole thing power 3, plus differentiate the second, which is this whole thing, my d2. I'll copy them down, multiply to the first, which is 9x minus 3. Okay, so now there's 3 brackets on the second term, which is a bit long and we won't be looking into expanding, but what we'll do is we can do factorizing. So where is the factorizing part we need to look at is actually here. This is power 3, this is power 2. Okay, and I had actually factorized out a 3 here, and with this 3 along to give me the 9. Yeah, let me show you. So in other words, I'll be factorizing out a 9. The cube and the square, I'll take out the smaller one, which is then leaving out the square. So whatever I left with will be inside the square bracket, which I'll open it up. So I'll left with a x squared minus 3x power negative 1. Okay, so I take out a 3 here, this 3 here, I took out this. Okay, I will left with 2x plus 3x minus 2. Since I took out a 3 from here, I will left with 3x minus 1. Okay, so see if I need to further simplify inside the square bracket. Okay, maybe I'll show you, maybe it helps. Okay, so 9x squared minus 3x power negative 1 square. Okay, so for the square bracket, this I just remove the bracket, 3x power negative 1 plus, let's say I will do rainbow. So the rainbow method, 6x squared minus 2x plus 9x negative 1 and minus 3x power negative 2. So just do a simplifying. So for this method, this is the harder part that you have to do the simplifying. Other than the D1 and the D2, there's not much of a problem after that. Okay, so just do a little bit of simplifying. So I have my x squared, the only x squared, I have 7x squared. X power negative 1 will give me positive 6x power negative 1 minus 2x, only x, and minus 3x power negative 2. Yeah, so this will be my final answer. There's nothing more I can simplify inside the square bracket. Alright, so this is how you do for a question when you have a with the bracket with a power outside. So it will still be the same thing, just that the simplifying for this part, okay, it's much more complicated. Hope this one actually will help. You can actually download my similar question after looking at this, watching this video. You can actually practice again since I have the solution here. So practice a few times to understand how the concept actually works in it. Now, this is the last question of this video. If you do download the papers, okay, try them first. Okay, I will be showing you the solution after that. You can actually pause the video. Alright, so practice this. You gotta get it right. Okay, I believe you tried it. So let's look at the solution. Same thing, I'll be having this as my D1 and D2. So I'll do the way I told you in question C. So D1, differentiate this first one, you have 4. And what's my D2? Power bring down, copy the whole thing. Power minus 1 give you negative 3. Multiply to the differentiate of inside. Okay. Once you multiply to the power inside, the differential of the inside, you do not need the power outside again. So this will be the answer. If you want to simplify more, you can go ahead. Okay, if you find that it's easier for you to do your simplifying later on, no problem. Okay, whichever is more convenient and more suitable for your style, can go ahead. But the formula definitely you need to know. Alright, so let's do the dy dx. Okay, so the dy dx, remember, keep saying this in your mind. You have to say that okay, differentiate the first, multiply to the second, plus differentiate the second, multiply to the first. You keep saying this, you will get it on and on in your head, and you know what to do. So the first one, differentiate the first, multiply to the second. The second one, you just need to copy it down. Okay, like I said, the more you do, the more it will be easier for you. So plus differentiate the second. So the differential of second will be the negative 2 here. Okay, multiply to the first, which is my 4x plus 2. Okay, so next, the only difficult thing then is your simplifying. Once you simplify, yes, you get your answer. The more practice you have on a simplifying previously, this is gonna help. This is gonna pay off. So what am I gonna take out? Okay, I have a 4 in front, so I can actually take out a 4. Alright, and 2x cubed plus 4x minus 1, I can take out 4 and I can take out this one because this is the bigger one. So I'll take out the negative 3. So first I'll have the 4, then I have a 2x cubed plus 4x minus 1 power negative 3. So what do I left with is all inside the square bracket, remember. Open up the square bracket. So factorizing, do not factorize wrong. In this case, I will have a 2x cubed plus 4x power negative 1. Whole thing is a power 1, not to forget. So for my second one, I took out this, no more. I'll take out a 2 from here, I will take out a 2 from here. Okay, so I'll left with a negative, right? And 6x squared minus 4x power negative 2. Take out a 2, I will left with 2x plus 1. Here, close the bracket. Okay, so next, the square bracket. I will need to simplify that as much also, so that when you have further down questions, that part A, part B sort of stuff, it will be easier for you to simplify or solve for the value of x. Alright, so let's simplify this one first, removing the bracket. I'm going to expand the second term. So expanding the second term, I will have 12x cubed minus 6x squared plus 8x power negative 1 plus 4x power negative 2. Okay, so last one. Okay, the outside is quite easy. Once you know what you're taking out, all you need to do is just the simplifying. So all the x cubed, this is the only one. And my square, I have negative 12 and negative 6, that will give me negative 18x squared. Power negative 1, total is plus 12x power negative 1. And the last one is plus 4x power negative 2. Okay, simplifying. You need to practice. Do not let it kind of take your marks away. Alright, so this will be the answer. Okay, it's a bit long, yes, but probably for my question it's a bit harder because I try to put in all the negative and the power of chain rule a bit here and there to let you understand how this works. Practice that, get it right. Alright, so do study hard for this. I think practice makes perfect. Take a few more questions of the same type, practice it out. Remember, it's D1 times D2. Differentiate the first times the second plus differentiate the second times first. Just keep repeating this in your head. I do hope the solution helps in your understanding. Do you have any questions? Feel free to email me your questions to brainmasters.education@gmail.com. And if you find my video is helpful for you, do subscribe to my channel. Study hard!